What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So now's the time to start talking about the COLA increase for 2024. So we're going to focus on that in this video. I'm going to show you a video clip first, and then we're going to talk a little bit about what the estimates are right now when it comes to COLA for people receiving Social Security. But first off, if you guys can do me a favor, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, and then click all. By clicking all, you'll get notified anytime we post a video. We do daily videos here, so by clicking the bell notification and clicking all, you should be getting updated every day. And I just want to thank you again for all your support. I really appreciate it. You can also follow me on Twitter at the TEC Show Live. Okay, so I'm going to show you this video first, and then we're going to do calculations. And this is an estimate. We don't have all the information yet, and I'll talk a little bit more about that as we do the calculations. So let's show the clip. Here we go.
Now to the economy and your money. In January, Social Security recipients received their largest annual increase in 4 decades as the government tries to compensate for the sharp rise in inflation. But with almost everything costing more, from gas to groceries, that increase doesn't go as far as you might think. Here's CBS's Carter Evans with tonight's Money Watch.
The only way 81-year-old Judy Allen can afford her groceries is with government assistance.
I get SNAP. Or food stamps, they used to call them.
She struggles to make ends meet on a monthly Social Security benefit of about $1,000. That includes this year's cost of living increase of 8.7%. $80 more for Allen, wiped out by inflation.
It's really not enough for anybody. Our rent went up, food goes up, so really we're not getting a raise.
Nearly half the people in this country do not have access to a retirement plan at work. Neither did Allen, so she moved to Montana, where she thought her money would go further.
Moving to Montana was basically my dream retirement. I figured the golden years were going to be wonderful.
It's an individual story, but it's an increasingly universal experience.
Ramsey Alwyn, president of the National Council on Aging, says potential legislation to reduce Social Security and Medicare benefits could hurt millions.
So Social Security is all they have. For 1 in 4, it is more than 90% of their income in retirement.
So what are you telling people who are about to retire in the next couple of years and they're just now realizing that Social Security isn't going to cut it?
If you want and need and can work longer, think about it. Consider delaying Social Security.
Without a Section 8 government housing voucher, it would take almost all of Allen's Social Security check just to cover rent.
Sometimes you feel, gosh, am I going to have to go out and get a job again? Well, I'm 81 years old. Who's going to hire me?
Now, keep this in mind if you're trying to max out your benefits. Every year that you postpone filing for Social Security, the amount you get goes up by 8%. Now, financial experts say it's never too late to start saving for retirement and take advantage of some of those tax benefits that certain retirement accounts offer. Nora?
That's good information. CBS's Carter Evans, thank you so much.
Okay, so you saw that story there, and I just wanted to add a little bit of additional information. The gentleman was talking about the 8% per year. That caps out at 3 years, so you can go from 67 to 70. When you get to 70, you're capped out, so you can get up to 24% increase, but no more. Okay, so he didn't mention that. He just said every year that you wait, you get an additional 8%, but you can't go over 3 years. Now, let's go ahead. I want to do something here. I want to show you a calculation. Now, we're basing this calculation on the fact that the Senior Citizens League, they've come out with an estimate already, okay? And that estimate is a 3.1% increase for 2024. Okay, now it's not going to be much, right? Because when we looked at this year was 8.7%. So it's going to go down 3.1%. It could go even lower. And that's just based on the CPI-W. Okay, so that's how they're figuring that out. I've been every month that the CPI score comes out, I make sure to let you guys know what that is. And I'm going to start letting you know what the CPI-W is, because that is how they calculate. And they're going to be calculating July, August, and September. So that third quarter is what they're looking at there. And that's how they figure out what COLA will be for the following year. So we're going to base this on that 3.1%. Okay. So basing it on the 3.1%, and what I'll do, I'm just going to take the average Social Security benefit. Now, you saw in this woman's case, she was receiving a little over $1,000 per month. And so we're going to do the average of $1,800. So if we take that 3.1% and we times it by 1,800, you're looking at $55, a $55 increase. Not much at all. I mean, when it comes down to getting groceries and things like that, $55 doesn't go a very long way. I know every time I go to the grocery store, it seems like I'm spending at least $80 to $100, and I don't get much. I mean, the way things are right now with inflation, it's really, really bad, and it's going down. Inflation continues to go down, but it seems like food is lagging behind everything else. Everything else is going down much faster than the cost of the prices of food, and we can anticipate food remaining high for a pretty long time, because you have to understand, we would know if the stores are dropping prices drastically, and they're not, and they probably don't plan on doing that anytime soon because they're making money. And if they're making money, why are they going to drop prices? And so the only way that they'll drop prices is if you have a revolt, if people just stop buying things, if they stop. I mean, obviously we need to buy food, so we're kind of stuck in that situation, but we're seeing the price of everything else going down much faster because people can choose not to buy some of these different items. They can choose not to buy a car. They can choose not to buy a house. They can choose not to buy a TV and all this other stuff. So that goes down much faster because the demand isn't there. But when it comes to groceries, we have to eat. So we're still going to be buying groceries. And so that's one of the problems when it comes to the inflation going down. Food is going to lag behind a lot of other things. But I want to know what you guys think about that $55 increase for 2024. It's definitely not enough. And let me do one more thing while I'm thinking about it. Representative Larson has a bill, and I've talked about this bill before, Social Security 2100 Act. And what he wants to do with this bill, now this is not going to be a huge increase, right? But it will do a little bit. What he wants to do is add 2% to COLA. So every year you receive your COLA, whatever it is. In this case, what we were talking about, 3.1%. So if you add 2% to that, it would be 5.1%. And so let's do that calculation. 5.1% times 1,800. And now we're looking at $91. So that's a little bit better, right? It's almost twice the amount that you would receive if you didn't get that extra 2%. So now you can see when it comes to the calculations, you start looking at the numbers, $91 is much better than $55. And so that $91 will give me an extra trip to the grocery store. But I want to know what you guys think about all this. So let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.